Welcome to Ballinger Park for this Sunday night special from the National Premier Leagues. We've got a round 11 catch-up match for your consumption tonight as we wrap up an eventful weekend of action in the Sunshine State, as the Sunshine Coast Wanderers will be looking to bolster their finals hopes when they take on post-season mainstays Olympic FC. I'm James Coughlin in the commentary booth for you this evening, and this should be an excellent match. Sunshine Coast Wanderers were on the wrong end of a 5-1 loss to Gold Coast Knights last week, but not all hope is lost though as they begin a run of 4 straight home games at Fortress Ballinger. Coach Paul Arneson has rung the changes ahead of this match. Meanwhile, Olympic, they put a disappointing end to June behind them with back-to-back big wins away to Logan and East in the last 7 days. They'll be dealing with a short turnaround after Wednesday night's exertions. They are still very much in the premiership race. However, they need every available point to keep in touch at the top. Let's run through the starting lineups for this evening. For Sunshine Coast, Paul Arneson is the coach. Sam Nichols, the goalkeeper. Number 3, Liam Fitzsimmons. 6, Jaden Brown. 9, Ethan Galbraith. 11, Kyron Walters. 13, Josiah Green. 14, Bailey Wern. 15, Harry Sutherland. 16, Kyan Bryant. 23, Marcus Worthington. And 49, James Enticknap. And then on the bench, 5, Liam Ryan. 17, Dice Robinson. 18, William Brown. 32, Joshua Forshey. And the reserve goalkeeper is Connor Cullen. For Olympic, Ben Kahn is the coach. And he has kept his faith in Brandon Kumanow as the goalkeeper. Number 2, Shelford Deas. 6, Matt Mundy. 7, Daniel Leck. 9, Zach Kierpal. 10, Steve White. 11, Takeru Okada. 14, Shannon Brady. 16, Mitch Nichols. 17, Danny Driver. And 22, James Kumanow. The bench, very, very quickly, the reserve keeper, Lockie Hunter. 19, Sian Cuba. 32, Seku Jamandi. 41, Tayer Yoshimura. And 26, a late inclusion, Danilo Kovakovic. And we got through that just in time for kickoff. Meanwhile, our referee for this evening is Liam O'Connor. And there he is, just handing the ball off for Wanderers to get us underway. Will be the home side kicking from right to left on your screen, and might just be sitting down for a Sunday roast dinner. Very pleased to have your company. And we are underway. It's round 11 version 2, and early pressure there from Okada. The ball back now, Leck to unleash marksman Zach Kierpal, but the ball just a little bit too strong for him. Be interesting to keep an eye on how Wanderers line up. Got a few changes to last week, well, from the lineup from last week. Some of the players not involved tonight: Riley Campbell, Chris Janchevsky, Ollie Duncan, and Andre Janchevsky. See Duncan withdrawn after picking up a knock in that first half down at the Croatian Sports Centre. Enticknap, one of the recent additions. Coach Arneson. Looks like Werner's operating on the right side of that back line with Worthington and Sutherland. Fitzsimmons to his left. Strong work by Green to win the header. Green on the ball again. He's going to be in for a lot of work against what is one of the more talented midfields in the competition for Olympic. Vision there. Mundy able to keep that one in, and Steve White winning the ball back. Shelford Deas. Bit of a Mr. Fix-It for Olympic, but he's in his preferred right back slot. Calm work there by Fitzsimmons, just nodding it back to Nichols. 2 Nichols on the pitch tonight, one in Wanderers colours, the other in Olympic. Chested down by Okada, and he can't find a way through Wan. Home side looking to switch the play. just getting some extra hops in. Green first to that ball, but he can only head it to Daniel Leck, a Carter, and he'll keep it moving out for Kumanau. Bryant just turns into the on-rushing Leck and gives Olympic the ball back. Kumanau. And a free kick there for Olympic, as White was the first one to the ball, and we can quickly grab a replay of that here as White stepping away from the challenge, and we might just have to return you to live action. Free kick taken quickly by White to Nichols, and Olympic just sharing it around. Falls for Nichols, who's bringing a wealth of experience to this side. Nichols, standouts for Gold Coast Knights in that 2019 Grand Final against Olympic. And Khan will be hoping he can be the beneficiary of some of calm play from Nichols as the season rolls along. There's Deus, trying to get it out for Brady, but no luck. Instead, it now goes back, and here's Walters. A bit too much on it for Brown to run down, but he's getting on the end of it after Wen plays him in, and driven cross only finds White. And the Ballinger bobble just caught out Kumanau. This has been a profitable venue for Wanderers this season. That's why the next this game and the next three are so important for them. 3 wins and 3 draws here in the league. Their only competitive loss here did come in the Australia Cup qualifying at the hands of Brisbane City, but they're able to record wins over Logan, Penn Power and Calabar, and that is going to be a yellow card shown there for Jaden Brown, his second of the season. Let's see, already going for the run there, and not a whole lot of case to be made there for Sunshine Coast defender. After a bit of discussion over where that free kick will be taken, Mundy will get us back underway. Straight out to that far touchline. White now back for Kumanau with a pair of yellow shirts around him and under pressure. Almost saw that pass intercepted by Galbraith. Now here comes Okada looking to cut inside, but they're featuring Wen and Brown. Not what we would have been hoping for, getting Brown on a yellow card, but I'm sure they'll be counting on his discretion for the next 85 or so minutes. Now finding Kierpal. With nowhere to turn, he'll feed that one back. Now Leck. Just taking their time trying to find a path through. Deus. Leck just didn't get enough on that ball, and Nichols put under quite a bit of pressure there, and Mundy in a crunching challenge there, winning the ball back well. It was Galbraith going in with the full-blooded effort. Fitzsimmons. There by Antic to win the header, but couldn't pick out a teammate. Some calls for offside against Kierpal, but not heeded, and instead the ball finds its way to Okada, and he Skips by Wen, and now he's got a bit of space. Can he pick out a teammate in the middle? Okada going for Brady at the back post. He'll cut it back and can't find Leck. Deus. He gets closed down there by Walters. A couple of passes. We'll come back for another Olympic throw-in. I'm sure they're not going to be easily broken down in the opening stages of this fixture. Innovative chest pass to find Antignap. There's a touch for Brandon Kumanau, who's trusted by Ben Kahn. He started the last 3 games against Brisbane City, Logan and Easts. He's replaced Lachlan Hunter, who has 12 games to his name. He's been a regular for Ben Kahn, but we'll just be watching on for the time being. He's playing in Okada, and that touch too heavy, and well, plenty of frustration there from Olympics flyer, and Okada just having a second bite at the ball, letting his frustration show after drilling it into the fence. Come back for the foul, and Antignap wanting to take that quickly, but Mr. O'Connor says, take it back where the foul occurred, please. And that will give the likes of Sutherland a chance to come forward, as will Worthington. Worthington did score that consolation goal off a corner down at Carrara last weekend in the 91st minute. Lofted up at the back post, and the header is won by one of the Wanderers players, who's now down. We'll keep an eye on that as White. And we will stop now and go back and check on the injured player. It's like a hard fall at the very least, and the trainer will be coming on now. That might be Galbraith. He's the one who's feeling the effects of that challenge. We'll resume play with the drop ball. Deus. Pick out Brady, but nothing coming. Simmons will go down the sideline, and that will actually stay in, I think, a little bit to the surprise of Antignap. Strong work there by Sutherland, and we'll try and kickstart an attack now after winning possession back. Right. Antignap, and now Here it is again with Sutherland, and looks like he got clipped from behind there, but it could work out well as Galbraith tried to get creative with the pass, but split the difference between Bryant and Walters. And here come Olympic. They're favouring this left side through the opening almost quarter of an hour here. Nichols. Inside Okada. Kumanow now back. Driver. Playing it forward, but instead decided to leave that for Kumanow. And again, another misplaced pass, and that could break now for Olympic. For Sunshine Coast Wanderers and put Olympic under pressure. Instead, the Wanderers will go all the way back for Nichols. Formerly of Noosa Lions. And a pair of high feet there from Galbraith and Mundy, and see plenty of animation there from Ben Kahn in the Olympic bench. Clipping it forward. Throw in. Finds White. Olympics just still trying to calibrate their radars here at Ballinger Park. They've done a really good job of just closing out the passing lanes thus far. And frustrating Olympic as they try and play it forward, and Kierpau will get called for the foul going through the back of Worthington. Knotted down once again for Bryant to try and recover, and now here go Olympic trying to unleash Brady, but miscontrolled touch by Sutherland. Olympic could be on here with Nichols, tries to play it forward for Brady. Not a bit too much power on that, and behind it goes for another goal kick. Leck muscled eventually, now it falls for Kumanow. Nichols. Once again, can't get it to Kierpau, who has been marked very tightly, and there he goes, giving up the second foul in only the space of 90 seconds. I suppose in the way that Sunshine Coast tend to line up, and they do love to make life tough for opposing strikers, and even though he's one of the more prolific scorers in the competition, Kierpau will be no different. Lofted ball into the back post, headed across there, and almost fell for Worthington to strike, but he couldn't get a clean contact on that. However, Wanderers with a chance to send it all the way back in, looking for friendly head, and here's Bryant. Mundy switching the play out to the far side. Carter try and clip it forward, and once again Sutherland there with the necessary interception, and bounce over onto the field behind us. And you can credit Kumanow for the creativity, trying to take the take the throw in a bit of a way back, but told to try again. Nichols can't chase that ball down. Deas. So he's got room to operate, and about playing in Brady. Instead, he'll check inside. Now Leck with a pair of players bearing down on him. It was Green. Like with the primary pressure. Now Walters. Cut inside and try and get through the challenge. Deas tracking back well. He's going to be covering plenty of kilometres tonight. Played forward, and Nichols just once again can't get a foot to it. Walters got a very isolated figure against Knights last week. I can confirm it is Deas going in and out behind that light pole. Deas seemed like the work to keep that one in. Now Brady, back for Deas. And a blind pass by White winds up finding Galbraith, which is not what you want if you're Olympic, considering he's a Wanderers player. And gets back Bryant. Launch forward, and a bit of miscommunication between Walters and Galbraith. Diagonal can only find Worthington. Kumanow. The Wanderers once again given the time to set up their defensive shape. Leck, Carter. People will try and play their way through. A spectacular team goal at East during the week. That's just what happens when the side does get going. Kiapau now back for Nichols, and he's looking for support out wide. It's not coming, so try and go the direct route, and a clash of heads it looks like between Fitzsimmons and Galbraith there, and Fitzsimmons coming off worse from that collision. You can see Nichols was hoping for support out there, and definitely some firm contact there on Liam Fitzsimmons. Daniel Leck, I'm sure, with some encouraging words for Fitzsimmons. Ball will go to Leck, and send that one all the way back for Mundy, and we'll resume play at the midway point of the first half here in this NPL Round 11 catch-up match on FQTV. It's James Coughlin bringing you all the action from the commentary booth. driver. There, and a slip could open up a chance for Brady. He'll try and cut it back for Nichols, but once again, it was a well-read interception there by Jaden Brown. Now Brian, he's got a chance to stretch his legs. Out wide it will go. Antique Nap, and his cross can only find Kumanow. There's a well-read interception there by Jaden Brown. Brady loses out for Bryant. Nichols trying to clip it forward. Offside flag has gone up, and Brady knew exactly what was coming there. Is preparing to launch another aerial raid to the Olympic box. Worthington flick that one forward, and assistant on the far side will be the nearest person in the vicinity of where that pass will end. Coomer now throw in, gets the ball back. Brown. Return, and Walters gets collected right on the top of the box. There's going to be a great chance now for the Wanderers. And the argument coming from Olympic, but not sure what you have to argue there, as Leck was definitely late. Question now will be which Wanderers player will take the free kick. Simmons with the ball, but James Enticknap will fancy his chances from this range. It's just a little bit off centre, but on the side that would technically favour the right footer. Got 5 in the wall for Olympic. It's Fitzsimmons, he'll try and clip it, and was quite able to bend inside that post. Kumanow's goal, Brandon Kumanow's goal, remains unbroken. So some advice for Mr. O'Connor, which amount to much now, and Okada ended up finishing second there as Nichols was his line. There is Nichols just launching it high up, and both players slipping there, and Kumanow is still down. And Kumanow, it doesn't look like he's moved there, as he's now getting checked on by the referee, and Always a little bit concerning when you see a player go down and stay very, very still like that. He's rolled over, which is a start. He's now up. It looks like the initial concerns are somewhat allayed as he's now able to sit up. The natural replacement on the bench would be Taira Yoshimura. However, I think the first choice for Khan will be starting fullback is able to continue, as I think he was too concerned about the wellness of Kumanau as he was having a quick discussion with Zach Kierpal, making sure that he knows what his assignment is against the respective men mountain of the Wanderers centre-back pairing. Deas will play it forward and fire a deflection. It'll find its way to Brady. Back for Deas again and switch it out. And there's Kumanau back on his feet. And Kierpal putting on enough pressure, and he's won the ball back. He'll try and get by Sutherland. He'll step inside now and he'll get the free kick there, and that's going to be another yellow card for the Wanderers, despite half a dozen of them or so surrounding the referee, and it's going to be Harry Sutherland getting the yellow card for tripping up Zach Kierpal, who was going forward with a full head of steam. See the Wanderers players vociferously protesting once the decision for the foul was made, trying to possibly defend their teammate, as Daniel Leck will take on the responsibility of this free kick by the looks of things, and after making their statements to Mr. O'Connor, it still end up being a yellow card. Distance for Leck, just over 20 or so metres out. On an extra couple of metres compared to what we saw before from Fitzsimmons. Might play into his hands as get ready. It's Leck steps up, strikes it, and fire it into the head of the wall. Nap. Oh, it's the first bit of contact, and we'll keep it playing. Bryant now for Green, and pressure there by Nichols. Trying to win the ball back, but just as quickly as he had it, he gave it away, and a bit of a scrappy affair so far. It has to be said, the Sunday night on the Sunshine Coast. Olympic get the throw in. Out wide for Deas. Brady able to win the race for that one. Leck on the clever turn as he tries to fashion a bit of space for the shot with the left-footed effort that fires straight into the legs of Sutherland. Antic nap. Deas for company, but And we get the pass away for Galbraith. Play it off White. It's nodded on, and actually Drive is able to clear it away, but Sunshine Coast once again looking to go on the attack. And Antignap gets taken down from behind by Brady, and the question will get asked. But the foul will be the only sanction for that. Wanderers looking to make the most of their height advantage here as they'll playing the driven free kick and find Walters at the near post, but he can't direct that one on target. Kumanau will play it quickly. Driver keep the ball moving. Sent inside. White. Here they go on the attack. Okada. He can't find a way around Wynn. And such was the tackle there from Bailey Wynn. It was good enough to result in a throw-in for Sunshine Coast. They won the ball, but played it off Okada. No way through Driver in that instance. Almost. It's played through for Galbraith. Walters just discussing opinions on the need to tweak. Next time an opportunity like that presents itself. Committed defending by Worthington. Briefly cut out that Olympic attack, but Nichols, he'll play it through for Leck, and Worthington saying not this time. Galbraith. Check back and try and play it through, but instead Olympic winning the ball back. Deas. Playing central midfield, but try the return to his nominal right back position. He plays a striker a few weeks ago. Brady now checking back as free kick after he was clipped late. White keep things moving. He'll play it quickly for Brady. Deas inside, but he knew what was coming from that, and it was Brown with the interception. Walters looking to try and break through, but a heavy touch showed enough of it for Driver, and a sliding challenge there, and we got Kumanau on the way through, and Galbraith will take the yellow card, the third Wanderers player to go into the book. And it was a muted protest, I think we can call that one, from Ethan Galbraith. He picks up As by my count, his 7th yellow card of the season. Three Wanderers players in the book as I've seen some excellent tackles from them as well tonight. Especially from Marcus Worthington, who avoided a booking thus far. A handful of players promoted from the under-23s setup they've got here, which, interestingly enough, is coached by Liam Fitzsimmons. So a few of the guys playing with their underage coach. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Still waiting for that initial breakthrough and a half of few chances. Leck. It's knocked down, and now Nichols continuing his run if he can. Should go behind for the corner. It's a looping delivery, and it could break now for Okada at the back post as he'll try and play it through, but an excellent block. Forces Olympic to try again. Deus gets by the first challenge. Deus cutting back, and he'll try and tee up, but nothing doing there. Brady, White. Just about sums up how Olympics attack has gone in the first half, getting into the final third, but unable to make that key pass just yet. The Wanderers setting up with a compact shape and making life generally difficult for them. Through now for Nichols, and so it'll be a sliding challenge once again by Worthington. Is saying that all night. Throwing now with Nichols on the turn, going along the byline. Is great challenge by Wen. Dispossess the former A-League star, and also the Socceroo, Mitch Nichols. Leck. Block made by Green. Nichols once again working this channel and drive it low, and Nichols actually looks like he was caught there by Sutherland as both players were going for the ball, and a bit of friendly fire in the end. Bryant. He's been busy in the first half. Kyan Bryant. for his third goal of the season. Simmons forward and was able to be kept in by Antignap. As far as that attack will go, with Mundy making the interception. Nichols, and he can't find a way through Brown. But they might be able to find a way through there with Kierpal, as there was a collision off the ball there, and there were some appeals from the Wanderers. That might be something to come back and check out potentially. That one lofted in for Galbraith, and doing now Okada. Try and see off the attention of Walters. And just back quickly to that collision. Like it's just a coming together rather than sort of lashing out, like we may have seen in the Kappa Women's Super Cup here last night. A little tempered affair between Lions and the home side, and down goes Kierpal, and there were some at least half-hearted shouts for a penalty, but referee Mr. O'Connor was not moved. Instead, here come Wanderers, possibly looking for a breakthrough in the closing stages of the first half. Kierpal. And it looks like there's a bit of a discussion going on now as the bodies start to fly in, and White send it out for Deas. And Deas will get by the first challenge. He'll go out now for Brady. Can he find the cutback? He'll loft it back in and cleared away off the line. Deas on the follow-up. A beautiful lunging clearance. Still alive though for Olympic. And it's all a little bit chaotic here in first half stoppage time now, as Leck can only play it off Fitzsimmons. Antignap will continue to remonstrate with the referee as we now get ready for the possibly final action of the first half. We may have a couple of minutes because there were a couple of injuries. Must be enough time for one side to, we can consider mounting first clear attempt we've had on goal, and that is going to be a yellow card shown there to Matt Mundy, and there's a physical challenge there on Kyan Bryant. It's only the fourth yellow card of the first half. First one for an Olympic player, Mundy's fourth of the season. Who would have thought Matt Mundy, grizzled veteran of this Olympic side, over 150 appearances for the club, and it only seems fitting now that we've got some visiting European sides in the country. Matt Mundy playing against Celtic in, let's say, 2008 Suncorp Stadium for the Brisbane Roar. A handful of Olympic players with Brisbane Roar experience. And so we now move into the third minute of first half stoppage time. Simmons launches that one in and eventually finds the head there, and Kumanow is there to hook it away. And possibly time now for Wanderers to get one last forward foray if they can get this throw-in taken quick enough. Oh, they're happy to take their time instead. And correction, 2009. Thank you very much for the correction. And it's a long throw-in into the box, just looking to cause a little bit of havoc, and it could break there, and eventually Wern was taken out by Brown, and that will end a physical first half that has been light on chances on goal thus far. Both sides have had an attacking free kick, but The keeper has really been tested thus far. We're going to step away for a few minutes, be back with the second half of this NPL Round 11 catch-up after these messages.
The main purpose of the WinterFest Carnival is to allow players to express themselves through the four core skills within the skill acquisition phase. It's fantastic to see the looks on the players' faces, both boys and girls, over the past 3 days, playing without fear, being expressive in good footballing moments. It's been fantastic to create this environment for young boys and girls.
Yeah, it's a touch with the front foot, and what's always been protected? Yeah, because your body's protecting it.
The main benefits for our regional FQ Academy programs is an opportunity to play against players outside of their regions. You know, so you're playing against some clubs like Gold Coast United, Brisbane Strikers, Lions, Brisbane City. So it's a whole new learning experience for the player, and of course for the coaches that do fantastic work in those regional FQ programs. At the minute, the experiences both from players and parents has been absolutely fantastic. There was a moment there during the week where we have seen some of our regional players actually interact with some of our Southeast Queensland players. So just that environment there, there's possibility of friendships long term. You know, parents from a viewing perspective, all enjoying themselves. You know, I've heard a couple of players actually talking about visiting Australia Zoo, going to the local beaches. So not only is this an important football event for their development, but as a family, you know, it's creating new memories, you know, and fundamentally making our players, our coaches and our parents fall in love with this game.
So the purpose is another touch point, another contact for players to show their talent in front of lots of coaches. We're really thankful that the parents, the players and the coaches could come down to Ipswich for this week. It's the second carnival that we're hosting. It's another opportunity for players to show their current output on the pitch and also their future potential. They're assessing a range of parameters that we look at. Today they've got an education session as well and some physical testing going on. And all that helps build up a picture of where the players are at, what we might expect from them in the future in terms of future squads, selected squads, elite games, things like the National Youth Championships which are coming up as well. Obviously Queensland's a massive area and we need to make sure that we're giving opportunity to every player, doesn't matter where they come from, boys and girls. What we use is a database that is filled with lots of metrics in terms of on-field performance, physical performance, but we also have that personable touch in terms of knowing what the players like and how they react to different environments and giving them a provision that suits where they're at any given time. Tracking players over a longer period of time so that we're not making judgments off of a short data set but over a longer period of time. It's great to get everyone into one arena so that all the coaches can see them in one hit. It's good for the coaches as well to sort of agree upon what we're looking for. So it's just another tool in our armoury, another lens of our talent ID screening to see the boys and the girls where they're currently at this moment in time and what we might need to look for in the upcoming weeks into term 3 before the selection. Things like the medical screening that we've got going on as well helps with the physical preparation of players. So yeah, again, it's just another step towards a final squad selection. But hopefully players that may not necessarily get into that squad, they benefit from that trajectory anyway.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters, all powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
My name's Talia Hopkins, I'm 15 years old. My mother's side is Bingathi and Thundercliff, and my father's side is Waka Waka and Kabi Kabi tribes. The jersey makes me feel proud to have this opportunity to represent myself, my culture, my people. There's something I have passion for, which is football, and having the actual club, accept and embrace this for NAIDOC Week is a really proud feeling for me. I moved down from Townsville last year. I started playing at Olympic FC last year. It's really comforting, really welcoming, to see so many different cultures and, backgrounds being portrayed in here. A lot of cultural acceptance here. In Townsville, in my old club, I didn't really have that, There wasn't much Indigenous players, whereas here, it feels like a lot more welcoming.
Being an ethnic club, we want to make sure we're inclusive of everyone, and embracing our local Indigenous community is really, really important. Giving them a voice and making them feel part of the club is important. But I think it's important having First Nations people part of the club and being felt inclusive. They are the founders of this country. Therefore, we've got to make sure that they're included in the development of football and being part of our club and being welcomed as part of the club, and that's what we're trying really hard to do.
Yeah, it feels really good actually. A lot of compliments, how saying the design's great and all that, and it's just a really warming feeling, because, 15 years old, pretty big opportunity, and I'm glad that everyone likes it. The symbol down the bottom here is a symbol of community and representing me in it as well. The wavy patterns throughout this with the dots are basically associated with the Brisbane River, since Olympic FC is situated next to the Brisbane River. The animal prints here, which you see are the kangaroo, emu, iguana, are the national totems of the agro-territorial South Brisbane area, where Yeronga is and where Olympic FC also is. This stuff here is the spin effects. It's basically, togetherness.
NAIDOC is important to the club because we need to celebrate the history, the culture of our Indigenous peoples. Because remember, the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander history is 60,000 years old. So we've got to embrace that and celebrate what they've done.
Celebrating identity, like sense of belonging with the land, the culture, my people, who I am really, as an Indigenous person and player.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Welcome back, everybody, to Ballinger Park. It is round 11 catch-up of the NPL Queensland competition. James Coughlin here on FQTV, bringing you the action as Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Olympic engaged in a bit of an arm wrestle, defensively dominated first half, and we're still waiting for that initial breakthrough. Will it come in the next 45 minutes? Well, that's the nature of football. We'll just have to wait and see. Sides are out on the pitch, as our officiating team, the referee Liam O'Connor and the assistants Luca Ferrusit and Brenton Learopoulos. It will be Olympic to get us underway. From right to left on your screen. And here we go. 45 minutes remaining. Can Olympic or Sunshine Coast Wanderers find a breakthrough? The side really had a clear-cut chance on goal in the first half. Wanderers normally resolute defence, held quite strong, and it has led to a frustrating evening thus far for Zach Kierpal. He's had not a whole lot of luck. It's a centre-back pairing of Sutherland and Worthington. As Galbraith was able to keep that one in. And the Wanderers looking to string together a few passes and get off to a fast start in the second half. As the ball gets launched to the back post, finding the head of Kyan Bryant, and he can't direct it into the crossbar, but outside of William Fitzsimmons' free kick, it is as close as Wanderers have gone. We didn't have any goals to recap in the first half. We did have 4 players receiving yellow cards: Jaden Brown, Ethan Galbraith, and Harry Sutherland for the home side. For the visitors, Matt Mundy went into the notebook, and those are the players you might have to keep an eye on in terms of how they measure their challenges over the remainder of the match. And Leck get the ball to Deus, and that opened up just enough of an opportunity for Green to get the ball back, as we see that's Sekou Jamandi getting worked on the sideline. We see him, we'll just have to wait and see. We've got 15 minutes during the week. Nichols now on the ball, getting it forward for Kierpal, and Kierpal will spring out for Leck. He's got a pair of yellow shirts in front of him. And in the end, the muscle of the Wanderers wins out. As in just about every contest at Olympics attacking end of the pitch thus far, and now here comes Bryant. And the deflected ball off the chest there, and off the referee. We'll resume with the drop ball as referee O'Connor can have a bit of a smile about that. Here we've got a 4th official on the sideline apparently tonight. Kumanau switch the play, but can't get the power on it to reach Brady and Ticknap. Nichols and Walters under pressure, and Walters will continue his run, but the ball eventually almost finds its way to him, but it looked like Walters had just switched off there for a second. Olympic are now back in possession. Forward that goes Kierpal. Leck Carter. He endured a frustrating first half to Kara Okada. Nichols, can he find a way through the Stout Wanderers defence? So heading into today's match, Wanderers were in 7th place on the ladder, 4 wins, 7 draws, 5 defeats, 19 points. While Olympic were in 2nd, 33 points with 10 wins and 3 draws and 2 defeats. And there's a reason why this is very important for both clubs. Olympic just behind Lions. If they win this will put them 3 points behind with a game in hand. I beg your pardon, not a game in hand. A game against Lions. Now here's Nichols taking on the shot and just got under that one a little bit, did Mitch Nichols. Leck just trying to tee up his midfielder, but couldn't strike over the ball enough. Said that one cleared the back fence. So, as we were just saying, a win for Olympic would put them on 36 points, 3 behind Lions. They will play Lions in round 20 on the 7th of August at Goodwin Park. Meanwhile, for Sunshine Coast, in 7th place, but a win will push them up onto equal points with 5th place Gold Coast United. Keep them in striking distance of 4th place Peninsula Power. Kuma now. That pass and was able to step in front of it. He's got a chance to start something for the hosts. Antignap. Find Deus. Brady and laid out for Okada. Just got to get outside. Now he'll cut back on the right foot and shoot it towards the near post. And he isn't deceiving me. That may well be the first official shot on target. And it comes 52 minutes into the contest. Kipau going for a run, and Carter gets pulled back by Bryant. And Leck gets told to make sure the ball is stopped before restarts play. Just opts to play that off Brown for the throw-in. Deus backing into Antignap, and now the cross goes over Kierpal. Leck. Not sure that's what he had in mind, but deflected off Galbraith, and Olympic looking to keep the ball in this attacking third. They have lost possession, and now comes Green. Galbraith, he can the instructions from the sideline just to keep it, and Walters was offside, so he doesn't make a play for the ball, and that is Kuma now getting almost uncontested. And Walters just knocks Leck off, and those two with words for one another. That's well, it stops that. Deus picking out Nichols, and Nichols just tried to thread the needle through the Wanderers' back line, but it was Sutherland sticking a boot out to get in the way. Nichols now lunging in, and well, he can raise his arms in protest. He went all the way through Fitzsimmons, and that is going to be a yellow card for Nichols. Second of his stint with Olympic. Makes 7 appearances for Gold Coast Knights in the first half of the season. Sam Nichols, the Wanderers keeper, will restart play. Akata into the back of Wen. This is the most likely avenue for a goal. Set pieces. Comes a free kick, and Olympic are able to deal with that initial threat, but they'll be on the back foot again as well, finds the head of Sutherland, but he can't direct it on goal or towards a teammate. Leck just checks his run, sizes up his options, and goes back for Driver. Driver in his 4th season, red and white of Olympic, and there's Deus, who's got a few more seasons under his belt. And diving header there to take it away from Kiapal. See what he was lining up for, White. And he loses out there under pressure from Walters, and Walters, I think he was going for the spectacular on that one. Battle for possession, won by Green. Now can't pick that one up after never played it back to him. Another aimless ball forward is taken by the Wanderers when finding Entic Knapp, and it's sort of off in a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge by Leck. Akata. So he just turns at the corner and drives it forward, but defended by Mundy, and Olympic just not quite as composed as we might expect them to be on the ball. Opening the door now for Wanderers, and Galbraith target for that one. And Worthington with time, he'll play it out wide, and if you're looking for a silver lining for the Wanderers, that did go out over the sideline instead of the byline, which means it is a throw-in for Olympic to try and clear out. A few extra steps there by Kumanau. After he gets it back, he will again launch it forward, but there are no Olympic players in the area that they're trying to play it for. Now here goes Shannon Brady. And play that one off the head of Fitzsimmons. And we've got our first change coming up. Just wait and see who is the player withdrawn. But coming on in number 19 is Sion Cuba. might be in place of Kiapal. Back it goes. Cuba with his first touch, and there goes Nichols trying to play it through for Brady. Feel the tension rising for Olympic here as the frustration builds and try and find a breakthrough. He's pushing further and further forward, and it's going to be a free kick for the foul on Leck. Come back for the free kick. There's Brady clipping it in over the just about everyone, but Brown gets his foot to it. Carter. Carter getting it for Leck, and he's receiving the ball with his back to goal, which makes things a little bit tough. Deas trying to unleash Brady, and there is that cutback again. But the only player in the vicinity of that pass is Kyan Bryant. Thanks to the Olympic Twitter account, can confirm Kiapal was the player withdrawn. Deflected ball through. There were two Olympic players at the back post, including Leck, who's retrieved it. Driver it forward, but 2-on-1 there is too much for Leck as Worthington wins the header. Walters now, he's got space to run as Olympic continue to commit numbers forward, but great run here. Kyron Walters, commentators curse as soon as you say great run. Loses the ball. Now, the ball back, but turning it over. The long pass, which to be fairly low percentage. Okada. The run, Nichols just keeping it moving. Over it goes for Cuba. We have Gold Coast United and Knights. If Olympic get a free kick in attacking range, he may be the one to take on the responsibility. First game back after the break in 2020. Beauty for United against Brisbane City. Someone gets forward, and Nichols thought about it, but once again, it was Wanderers' defence just there getting in the way, and thus far the two Wanderers centre-backs have to be my standouts for the match so far. Sutherland and Worthington just frustrating anyone and everyone in red that's coming into their territory, and so close there for Brown as quite complete the move. Bryant going in on his fellow number 16, Nichols. And Nichols, the foul, almost out of frustration it would seem. And in case you're wondering about the history of how these sides have gone against one another. 4 meetings in the last couple of seasons. Olympic have won 3 and drawn 1 with a aggregate of 7-1. Ballinger, Olympic have won both games, 3-1 in 2020 and 1-0. Beg your pardon, 3-1 aggregate scoreline. 1-0 in 2020 and 2-1 last year. But, as we mentioned in the first half, Sunshine Coast yet to lose at home in the league, and Fortress Ballinger could be huge for them coming up. This is also the first of 2 meetings between these clubs in the space of 5 weeks. They'll take on one another on the final day of the season. 20th of August at Goodwin Park as White gets fouled there in the lunging challenge by Bryant. Nichols didn't get the head to it and just lofted it up enough for Nichols, the other Nichols, to come forward and claim it. Should be no surprise to see Sam Nichols getting his chance here in the NPL Queensland competition. His time with Noosa Lions is coach Ben Amson described him as the best keeper on the Sunshine Coast. Let's explain why Paul Arneson is so happy to put his faith in the shot stopper. And Walters with the foul. Goes for Cuba. He'll look to cut in and take on the long-range strike. And what a save, Sam Nichols! At full stretch, tipping it over the crossbar and keeping this game level. And when Cuba took the ball, cutting back onto his right foot, there was only one thing he had in mind. That was dipping in. Oh, sure. And that was well worth the wait. Sion Cuba, the X factor off the bench for Olympic. Just a bit of life into the visitors' attack. Okada. Nichols chasing it down. He's got Cooper now making a run on the near side of the pitch. That's off the ball. That's going to be too close to Sam Nichols, as he's just happy to watch that one fly over the byline. And if this does finish scoreless, if this scoreline does hold, you can say that he earned his side a point tonight. The highlight of the match. The ball finds its way to Walters, and he'll try and play in Galbraith, but Mundy play quite well, and Deas optimistically tries to claim that should be the Olympic throw-in. Fitzsimmons grabbing the towel. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that he's gearing up for a long throw-in. He gets the hurry up from Liam O'Connor. Hurry up he does with the long throw in into the box, and White, the defensive header, and should allow Olympic to clear their lines. And now Kumanau. Carter tried to get the turn in the middle of the pitch, but nothing doing. Green just held that pass a little bit too long and allowed Leck to block it. Cuba tricks to get it forward now on Okada. He'll get by the first defender, and actually it'll deflect into the path of Sian Cuba. Okada with the clip ball to the back post, and an interception there that needed to be made by Fitzsimmons as Brady was lurking. And a cynical challenge there from White as decides that should be the end of Kyan Bryant's time in possession. High lofted ball to the back post, and Brandon Kumanau confident, leaping up to claim possession. Roll that one out for Mundy. James Kumanau. And now Nichols. No flag for offside, and Nichols is trying to once again play a low percentage strike, trying to pick out the near side top corner. I don't want to say this game means more for one side or another, because they're both involved in their own races in the a few weeks of the NPL Queensland regular season, but you have to think for Olympic, in terms of a premiership race, any drop points from here on out could prove to be telling for their campaign, especially with Lions, pardon the pun, roaring form. Win over Logan yesterday to move them up to 39 points. Here goes Nichols, out wide for Cuba. Conversely, if you're talking about desperation in what should be a very competitive race for third and fourth spot, Wanderers don't have a whole lot of margin for error either. We see some late magic in the final, generously say 20 minutes if we want to assume 4 minutes of stoppage time. Galbraith, quite on the same page as Walters. Cuba again, out for Nichols. Leck, far side, he tries to weave some magic, as does Nichols and Brady. Know how dangerous this Olympic side can be in attack, but they just haven't clicked all evening. And a lot of that has to go down to the work rate of the Wanderers' defence, just frustrating them and closing down just about every opportunity. Here is Leck. The trio of players outside him to aim for, and here's Brady cutting back, and he'll play it into a group of Wanderers' bodies. New players back, Nichols. He tries to play through, and he's collected late there by Brown. No foul. Nichols lies on the ground and continues to ask a question, but the visitors now looking to turn up the pressure. Mitch Nichols. Played out Brady. Can't get it through Sutherland. Deas. There goes Brady. Okada thought about the improvised shot over the head. Right, battling for possession. Outside of the football by Galbraith, and now this could be the Wanderers' chance going the other way. Bryant get inside Cuba. He'll fashion the space for the shot and rifles it straight at Kumanau for end up being a second chance save after he took the sting out of that strike. Both sides starting to push the tempo a little bit more as we enter the closing stages of the match. Wanderers should have the fresher legs, having not played midweek. And Okada calls for handball, and it is given. Check out the attacking move again as they set up for the free kick. Through for Okada, and well, that's what was given. It did look like it potentially struck the arm of Josiah Green. And as teased earlier, it will be Sion Cuba to take on the responsibility of the free kick. Well, here's Daniel Leck placing it. Will be the two right footers just discussing options. It's just in that zone where you wonder, is it too close to get it over the wall and under the bar? Instead of Cuba, it will be Leck. Up he steps, he'll try and bend it into that far post, but that was always rising until it went over the crossbar. And you can see the strike from Leck. Nichols on the turn as tries to play in Brady. Mundy on the ball, but determined work by Kyron Walters, who shouldn't go without praise this evening either. Brown. Back now for Worthington. Walters could be the one to unlock the Olympic defence going the other way. Irish Crusaders man has been incredibly industrious. A ball in from Antic-Knapp, finding Galbraith on the turn, but couldn't get his foot around it for the shot on goal, and we will have some substitutions now. Just confirm those changes for, I believe, Wanderers. And Galbraith bringing that one down and finding Antic-Knapp. Wern is on. Back for Wern. And through it goes. This could be the chance for Wanderers on the follow-up. It's Kyron Walters. It just had to be him. Kyron Walters breaks the deadlock with 10 minutes to go. This is a ball forward from the substitute Forshy. And the forward run by Josiah Green, and on the follow-up, Kyron Walters in the right place at the right time, and there is the breakthrough. And now, what a moment in the finals race. Wanderers 1-0 up over Olympic. Can they hold out? We've got another change for the visitors. Sekou Jamonde is on in 32. Olympic, they're going to find a way through. Walters played a plain start every game for Sunshine Coast this season in the NPL. So he gets the breakthrough with his 7th goal of the campaign. Goes Mundy. Pushing forward now with Deus and Brady trying to link up. Driver forward for Cuba, the substitute Dice Robinson. His first NPL appearances. first NPL time on the field, I beg your pardon. He's named in the squad earlier this season, but didn't get on the pitch. 9 games for the under-23s and a goal to his name. Brady can't find a way through Robertson. He's pushing forward. And there it goes, and Jamundi putting the pressure on Sam Nichols, but Wanderers keeper up to the challenge. Cuba unable to keep that one in. Nichols, can he find a way through? Space out on the far side, Brady. Get around Fitzsimmons and Robertson. Deas. The youngster, Dice Robinson. Standing tall and gets clipped through for Cuba as tries the back heel to keep it in, but Fitzsimmons coming together as Cuba just something in on Fitzsimmons. And the assistant referee, Marcus Worthington, getting his 2 cents in. Liam O'Connor. And almost broke there for Ontiknap. So 3 minutes remaining. Can Olympic find an equaliser, or can the Wanderers kill the game off? Defenders are getting forward. The chances will be there at both ends. Brady with the ball in, looking for the acrobatic attempt by Germundi, but never reached him. Robertson, more than assured thus far. Olympic, they're searching for a way through, but now they've got a yellow and black wall in front of them, and plays passes like that won't help. Kuma now, make sure he got that pass right as he drilled it to Leck. And Galbraith lunging in and getting a whole lot of the ball, which allowed Driver to maintain possession. Brady inside for Joe Mundy. Deas, he's got a battle against Robinson, who's been so impressive since coming on. Anytime they've run at him, he's just said, not today. Brady clipping it towards the back post, but as far as Ontiknap. Over for Nichols. And another cross in and almost an own goal once again. Sam Nichols with a huge save. And Sam Nichols He's having such a good night, saving attempts from his own teammates. That deflected effort by Sutherland. That corner has been taken quickly. Now, falls down a shot from range for Nichols. He can't get it through the crowd of bodies in the way. Cuba on the turn, and Walters. This looked like he was trying to start a conga line on the back of Sion Cuba. Olympic time running out for them to salvage something from this trip up to Ballinger Park. Nichols drills it forward, but Forshey sticks a foot out and cuts that one off. How much stoppage time will Liam O'Connor add? Cuba loses out in the challenge. Now the Wanderers come forward. Will they look for the second goal? There's Wen, who called for Walters. And Walters, as it stands, the match winner. Will he go for the corner? Oh, with no one there to challenge him. And finds its way to Kuma now, and with a bit of an ugly bounce, he did a clean pass away for Nichols, but eventually it reached him, and there we go, another cynical challenge there, and that is going to be Fitzsimmons picking up a yellow card that I'm sure he would say was well worth it. And now a free kick going the other way. Mitch Nichols showing his frustration with that. Kuma now, not to waste any extra seconds, just puts a boot through it. Off the shoulder of Ontik Knapp. And that is going to be a yellow card now for James Ontik Knapp after he kicked that one away in frustration. Mundy just drills that one forward. Jamundi looks like he actually took out Deus there in his attempts to win that header. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time played. Knapp, he might make for the corner. As he gets by the challenge of Danny Driver, and Ontik Knapp will win the throw-in. Or he won't. Quick change of heart from the referee. White. Back out Olympic. They're piling forward in numbers. The ball down the other end of the pitch. Jomundi. We'll have a break now as Jomundi is underneath the player that got injured. Like it was Sutherland. Back on his feet now, and over it goes. Kuma now. With the touch is able to get it back, and another misplaced pass in the attacking third for Olympic. And Fortress Ballinger holds out for the Sunshine Coast Wanderers, a massive 1-0 win over second place Olympic FC. Kyron Walters a hero with the goal on the follow-up after Josiah Green's efforts was saved by Kumanau, but it was a determined rearguard effort. Sam Nichols with a couple of huge saves, one of which was on his own teammate. And the efforts of Sutherland and Worthington, huge for the Wanderers. I'm James Coughlin. Thanks for your company. We'll see you later.